So today we're going to talk about farming Uranus or Uranus, depending on your philosophical bent. If you have saved yourself here at Helios Fire Control Alpha, you can then easily get to Uranus or Uranus very quickly without worrying about mobs or any other fights, which makes it easy and quick to be able to farm for legendaries, effervescence, or pearlescent weapons. You can generally get to this area about a level 30. You'll need the Commander Lilith DLC, the latest DLC for Borderlands 2. You also want to make sure that you have the community patch 4.2. You don't need it, but I recommend you have the community patch. Make sure it's up and running. This will pretty much guarantee that you get some decent drops. It ups your drop chance. It ups also the fire rate and capacities and things like that on your weapons and shields. So definitely make sure you have the unofficial community patch, the latest one, to make sure that you have some decent weapons. Now I will be using a level 80 Siren, mostly using corrosive weapons. I'll be using the Swift Blaster with corrosive. I'll also be using the Longbow Pandemic with corrosive damage. Then I'll be using a Sham. Shield won't really matter. Level won't really matter. And I'm not really certain the corrosive matters, but that's what I'm using. Now, so we come down here and lower the elevator. Like I said, you can generally get to this area about level 30. You have to play through the DLC long enough to be able to get to Fire Control Alpha. Once you get to Fire Control Alpha, you can farm this as often as you want for the different weapons, legendary, effervescent, or pearlescent weapons. There's some decent weapons, a lot of nice weapon drops. So once you get to the hallway now, Uranus is down here. You can go down here. I recommend it's easier just to drop down this elevator shaft and come out into this hallway. And this is where you're going to be fighting. Now, one thing I want to mention is I want you need to avoid opening anything. You're going to be fighting from behind this set of boxes, and this is important that you avoid opening anything in here, especially this box right here, because it's going to protect you from any splashback damage. So I would avoid opening any box till after the fight. You're going to be fighting from back here, so you'll notice that you have a nice alleyway here, you have a box here, and a loot box here that's going to protect you from the damage. You could sit here and fire all day. If you get hurt or damaged, you can easily come back here to the elevator shaft and heal up, ride the elevator up, and go, buy some more health or ammo if you need to. And so it's a really nice spot. It's not what really the developers intended for people to fight, but because this is an arena style and Uranus doesn't really do a whole lot of moving around, it's a great place to sort of fight and farm Uranus for some excellent drops. So you'll notice that Uranus hasn't spawned yet. It's not out there. So what we have to do is come up here to the door jam area, right here to these two door lines, and then just sort of scoot out slowly until he spawns. Once Uranus spawns, there he is. You'll notice that the two red dots are the crit hit areas. He's got his turrets on him, so we can be able to take out the turrets. So now we're going to run back here instead of going out into the arena. Now we can begin the fight. And I like using
Got something for ya.
the Siren because the F power does slag damage, which is nice. Increases the damage of my other elemental weapons. Now you may have to scoot out a little bit further away. We got an ad apparently.
Great.
So I need to kill this ad.
Bye now.
You'll notice that the drones are hitting the box. I'm not getting any splashback damage. You notice that the turrets are hitting the boxes in front of me. So it's a really nice spot. And you don't have to worry about any type of damage. Again, if you're going to use grenades or throw grenades, you make sure you have a longbow grenade or a homing grenade. Because the other grenades, he is a pretty good distance away. The other grenades aren't going to make it. One grenade I would definitely avoid using is the Rolling Thunder grenade. Rolling Thunder grenade is going to cause you a lot of grief. So I would avoid using that if at all possible. And I've read on some of the forums that the corrosive damage does the most, corrosive element does the most damage. I don't know that for certain. I use it. I noticed that the electricity damage does equal damage. Fire damage doesn't seem to do as much, but it may be that the weapon just wasn't as effective a weapon as the corrosive weapon I'm using right now. And so you can see right here, I'm sitting here. He's not hitting me. No splashback damage. I can take out his turrets.
This is the power
The drones are not hitting me. I can launch grenades.
Explosives out!
I can go up into the elevator and get more ammo. And if I stop firing, you'll notice, look at the top screen. Notice he's not doing any heal up. So we don't have to worry about that. We can go up and get more ammo and come back down, and he won't heal up. So that's nice. Now, you shouldn't really have a problem with that. This is great for solo. If you have more than one person, the other person doesn't really have a place to hide back here. I mean, they could try hiding over here or hiding behind you. You might have to try to do like a squat down or something. But for the most part, this is a really nice spot for a solo. Especially for like a raid boss like Uranus. This is nice because you're going to get some great drops off of this. Especially if you use the unofficial community patch. I mean, there's no guarantee that you're going to get the good drops every time, but you get a definitely increased chance, which is nice. And then you can use those to increase or enhance your gameplay for leveling up or fighting other bosses. Some of the other bosses don't really have these little hidden areas, which are nice. The hidden areas are nice, not the bosses.
You are nothing!
So now we move over to electricity damage. You notice electricity damage does pretty much just about the same, so it's not. And I'm just assuming because he is a robot, he's mechanical, that the electricity and the corrosive do the same, roughly the same style damage. Once he's dead,
You should all be running.
make sure you wait for all to see these drones coming in. So wait for all the drones to come in, and then go pick up your loot. There's the legendary Longbow Stormfront. Very nice. Lots of cash. If you'll notice that I am maxed out on cash down here, so it's also lots of nice iridium drops, so you'll be able to max out your iridium pretty quickly. Take that out to Butt Stallion and see about getting some drops.
Nice.
Some legendaries, although getting legendaries from Butt Stallion is very difficult. He doesn't like to drop legendaries as much. So what they want you to do, what the developers were hoping you would do, because here he is right here. Here's his legs, and his main body would then be up higher. And what they want you to do is to be able to hide back in here. So you hide in here and you'd pop out and you'd take a couple of shots, and then you'd hide back up in here, or you'd hide out here and you'd launch a grenade. Now the problem is you saw the frequency in which those drones were coming out at you. So being able to hide out here and take a couple of shots and come back, those drones are going to get you. Especially there's not a whole lot of depth here as opposed to the boxes we were hiding behind. That splashback damage is going to get you. So it's tedious. You can do it. There's another hide spot over here. It's the same thing. You can hide behind, take a few pot shots. There he is right there. Take a few pot shots and then hide back here. Take a few pot shots. But again, you notice that you're going to get hit by some splashback damage from those drones. More hide spots back here and up there. But, you're going to die a lot. There's no real place to hide. So I don't really recommend. You could try it, doing it the way that it was intended. But it's really tedious, and you're going to die a lot, and you're going to lose a lot of money. And when it comes to farming, you want to get this done as quickly as possible and get your loot as quickly as possible. So Now once you're done, you can go back and open up all these boxes if you want to. And you can go upstairs and buy more ammo, fill up your health, whatever it is you need to do.
It's a fine day, full of opportunity. May it keep you safe in your travels. Come back
And when you're ready to farm again, you simply save and quit. And then when you click continue, you'll notice that we'll be back in Helios Fallen at Fire Control Alpha. Now, so from here, you just rinse and repeat. There's the elevator, Fire Control Alpha. Just take the elevator, same thing. Follow the elevator up, go around, and you farm again. Once you're done, save and quit, rinse and repeat, get your drops, and you're well on your way. So if you have any questions, post them down in the comment section below, and I will get back to them as soon as I can. Thank you all very much for watching, and have a great day.